Hi, my name is Zaire. I'm learning about Abraham Lincoln. It was so fun learning about him, all the president work he had to do, and all the exciting stuff that I had to learn about him. Abraham Lincoln, he's really important to me. He's really brave, and that's what I like about him. So, thank you.
My historical American report is on Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president. Lincoln helped stop slavery. It was very hard because half of the country wanted slavery. He was brave and determined to help free slaves. He was a great man and a great American. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809 in Hodgeville, Kentucky. Lincoln had an older sister named Sarah Lincoln. His parents were Thomas and Nancy Hanks Lincoln. The Lincoln family lived in one-room log cabin. Lincoln's parents were farmers. Even though they were poor, they were hardworking. Abraham Lincoln's childhood was tough because they were poor and he lost his mother at the age of 8 years old. Before his mom died, his family moved from Kentucky to Illinois. One reason they moved to Indiana was because Kentucky was a slave state and the Lincoln family hated slavery. Thomas Lincoln married Sarah Bush Johnston. Sarah was a good stepmother. In fact, Abraham Lincoln loved her mother more than his own dad. Lincoln was a great student and he loved to read. His favorite two books were the Bible and Aesop's Fables. Lincoln was a good student because he took his time to make sure he understood what he was doing. He only went to school for about 1 year and stopped going to school at 15. Even though he loved school, he didn't go to school and college. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809. He loved to read, but even though he loved to read, he was poor and he didn't have time to read as much. He had to do work because his family was poor. He was a farmer, so he had to chop the wood and help his mother on his chores. He had a lot of chores because he was poor and he did more time doing chores than even going to school. He went to school for 1 year. He stopped at 15. Abraham Lincoln was a tough boy and a brave boy because he couldn't have his mom. Abraham Lincoln was very important to our country because he helped stop slavery. Lincoln made history by freeing slaves and helping the country come back together after the war. Other than slavery, he made history in many different ways. One other way Lincoln made history was by getting Congress to officially ban slavery. Lincoln also wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. This speech changed people's hearts. Abraham Lincoln got people to believe that blacks and whites were equal. Abraham Lincoln was a great history maker. Abraham Lincoln had a great life and he did some amazing things. Lincoln died on April 15, 1865. He was killed by John Wilkes Booth, who was a famous actor. Booth killed Lincoln because he was mad that slavery ended. Abraham Lincoln was 56 years old when he died. Abraham Lincoln's life was very hard. He lost his mother, he lost his son, and he lost many elections. But even though he went through tough times, he did great things. Abraham Lincoln's life has taught me to don't give up when tough situations come because you never know what good things could come out of it. Abraham Lincoln was a great American. Lincoln was a great American because he was brave and courageous during hard times. Lincoln showed bravery and courage when he fought to make slavery illegal. It was hard for Lincoln to ban slavery because South wanted slavery and most people in the North didn't care. But one day, Lincoln gave a 2-minute speech called the Emancipation Proclamation. This speech was about equality that changed the thoughts of the Northern citizens. This speech would also change America forever. I think Abraham Lincoln is a great role model because he showed great bravery and honesty. I really like learning about Abraham Lincoln because he bravely fought against half of the country. I don't know if I could have done that. Lincoln taught me a lot. My favorite part of his life was when he got elected to be president. I like it because it's the beginning of a great story.